And it'll be second down.
At the 15-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it makes it third down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The numbers for McLaurin a week ago. 5 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards, and not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 3rd down and 1. They'll run with ETN. And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Christian Harris. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
The Commanders preparing for their next possession. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, and again to ETN. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed block 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's going to be down at the 35 for gain of 7. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Dancing away at the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. ETN once more. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a yard. ETN up the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there is no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st down, right back to ETN. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, you left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will make this a 9-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. LA readies for its next possession. They'll be in search of their initial points in the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a first down. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 2nd and 3. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield with man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
He's going to have the first down and more than that. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
And now a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field from 28 yards out. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we close out the first quarter of this season. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was the Jets who were able to come away with the win at home. Max Duggan, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. We'll stay in the NFC East as we head down to the great state of Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Michael Pratt, sharp in the victory as his guys bounced back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Bryce Young leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come back, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive. But get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out right near the 35-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
A gain of 5. brings up 2nd and 5.
They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rams. Jacoby Myers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams have cut it back within a score.
So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points in the game, and they come here in this third quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points, and not really with a lot of hope, but with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp. You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw.
Catch made by Watson on the out route.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up second down.
It's 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And good penetration here. He'll get this down. Only go back to 49-yard line. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Trevor Simpson there in coverage.
Based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Now the Rams offense getting the football back. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he'll get this to the 32.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground. Etienne
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
From the 29, here's second down and 7.
They'll set up a throw.
That's caught by Senate.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on third down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here's a give to Etienne. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Now a 2nd and 2.
He'll look to throw.
That one is slant to McLaurin.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 39. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, time.
And he takes it in for a Commander's touchdown.
A great play there. 32 yards.
And the Commanders might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 up to 27.
And the Rams getting set to go now.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Myers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Pass complete there to Nakua. This 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw here.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
They'll look to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And he'll get this to the 32.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Another tote for Etienne. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
On the counter, Etienne.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he will have a Commander's first down, and that should just about do it.
It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Washington,
the preparation pays off as they pick up their first win on the year. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.